What's up, everyone? AJ on Day Trader Boom or Bust here with the recap for today. So I got some questions for you. Have you ever traded like a champ only to keep trading and then trade like a madman after that? And then if you did that, you probably have experienced having a solid green day only to turn it into a horrible red day. And then have you ever tried to manufacture or make a market when there was none? Well, if you have, then you've done what I did, exactly what I did today. And if you haven't, good on you. And but if you watch this episode, you'll see exactly what happens when you do those things. So let's start the recap. So here's today's watch list. I post this every morning on my Twitter at between 9 and 9:15 a.m. Eastern. If you want to catch this every morning, then give me a follow at AJ Tabayan. So here's the watch list. On my primary watch list, I had Space and Roku, which were both trading on news, and then Mara, which was a crypto play because crypto was was bullish today, or was green on the day. And then Baba on my secondary list was a gapper, and then I also had Zoom, Neo, Tilray, Apple, and Nikola as potential continuation plays that I would watch. Let's talk about today's trading. So as you can see over here, 19 trades today. You already know how I feel about that. Obviously, I overtraded. Very poor win rate, which is a byproduct of overtrading, and it also led to a very poor profit factor, ultimately leading to red 1.5 hour day. So I gotta be honest with you, I was, as I mentioned in the intro, I was on point and stuck to my promise to you yesterday, if you saw my video, of trading tight. And these first 5, if I'm generous, maybe the 6th trade also, were solid trades for the day. And as I got to the end of the day, these trades here were, sorry. Sorry about that. Just trying to figure. Okay, these trades here were also solid trades. Unfortunately, all of these trades here were basically unnecessary and horrible trading, which led to obviously a ton of red losses, and this is what basically ruined my day. So let me I don't know if I'll go over each trade individually, but I'll do my best. Let's start with the good trades today. Apple was my first trade of the day. Great way to start the day. So let me just zoom in here. Sorry. And this was an opening range, a 1 minute opening range. I can't say breakout because I actually was playing it because it looked weak. It threw this big wick on the first 1 minute candle, and when it wicked again and the price went below the top of the body of this candle, it was also wicking off R3 right here. I went short right there, and this trade worked immediately and easily got to my 2-hour profit target. It was a you know, very positive start to the day, obviously. And then we traded Mara. And this trade was, as you can see here, this was, again, the market was weak, and I felt this was going to kind of do the same thing as on Apple. Just it doesn't look exactly the same, but you can see it pushed up here initially, but then it threw this big red candle on high volume. So, and this also is the top of the 1 minute candle range. So when it pushed up and then came back down, I went short here for a trend continuation. And as you can see, I gave this a lot of room, the top of this, the body of this candle. So this wick didn't even stop me out. It went in my direction. And I don't recall how close it was to hitting my 2-hour profit target, but unfortunately it wicked here and then immediately came up and stopped me out for, I'm thinking a full 1 hour loss on that one. So that was disappointing, but not a bad trade. Sorry, no, it wasn't a full 1 hour loss, because obviously I had moved my, because if this wick didn't stop me out, I had moved my stop loss already. And as I look at my journal, yeah, that was I think a 0.6 hour loss, but it was a loss nonetheless. But I got no problems with that trade. I had a plan, I traded my plan, and it just didn't work. Then I had Neo. I have Neo on the list, and this one, you know, this one definitely you know, I can look at this both ways. I don't think it was a horrible trade. You can see Neo pushed up here, consolidated in this area. It set a level here on VPOC, and when it pushed below this level, because it seemed to stall here, I went short, and you know, again for a bit of at least a pullback or a trend reversal. Because the whole market looked weak, even though Neo was pushing up. But in retrospect, you know, I'm trading against the trend here, and it did push up, and it just didn't. It didn't seem like it was done, because you know, and this was probably a little bit premature. So I took a full 1 hour loss on that one. But then you can see here that it did make a new high of day, but proceeded to sell off. And again, when it hit this level here, I was watching it, and I was going to wait for it to kind of pull up and then maybe do a bit of an ABCD pattern down, but it didn't, and I went short at the break of this level. It consolidated here and then just proceeded to come down, and I got a full 2-hour gain on this particular trade. So this initial trade, although like I said, in retrospect maybe it's a little early, I had the right idea, I think. So anyways, so that put me at just over 2R for the day. So I was really feeling good about the day, because even after taking those couple losses after the first win and then this win, I was at 2R for the day. And as I mentioned in the intro, you know, this was a solid green day, and I managed to turn a solid green day into a really just a really bad red day, you know. And when I say bad, obviously I showed you earlier, there was bad trading, and emotionally it was just very difficult to swallow, as it always is when you had a chance to end the day green. It was a Friday, still kind of summer trading. School here doesn't start till next week, and a lot of people are still on vacation for the long weekend, and so because it was a Friday and still kind of this summer trading, volume was very, very low, and I should have called it a day there, because the next two trades I think failed because of the waning volume, and I lose a lot of my edge, I feel, on my trade book plays when the volume isn't there. And so this trade on Mara, let's take a look. Let's go to the 5-minute chart, because I think it's a little bit more evident just how wrong I was in this particular with this particular play. So on Mara, we went over the first trade. It was trending up. It had an uptrend in this channel here. So I went short here. For what reason? I really don't know. Clearly, I was short biased on the day because I'd taken a few shorts already. But had I stepped back and looked at this chart, this is trending up, and I had no reason. I mean, sure, it threw this big red candle. It wasn't really a ton of volume. And obviously I got stopped out, and after that I took this. I went short here again. So this finally did break the channel. Let's clear it. Oh my goodness. I've done that before. I'm sorry. I know you didn't see any arrows there, so let me just quickly show you what this was. The channel I was showing you. I was drawing it on another part of my screen. Apologies. And this was that big red candle. I went short here, but that again I shouldn't have, and I ended up getting stopped out. This here finally broke the channel. I went short, so this one maybe makes a little bit more sense, but realistically speaking, let me now clear all those. This is still a stock that's trending up, and well, what can I say? This trade didn't work, obviously. Like I said, a little bit more support, a little bit more to support this trade, because obviously it had pushed below VWAP, below the moving averages. So, this one's not so horrible, but at this point, I had really damaged my day, and that affect my psyche. So here I am. There's no reason for any of these trades. This is what I really can't explain it, so I'm not going to try. They're just bad trades. And I took this trade here that did, go in my direction a bit. So I had the right thesis here, but unfortunately, I didn't get. What I'd done here was, I remember now. Yeah, this had come very close to hitting, it's about 1.5 R into the trade, so I had moved the stop loss to break even. So this trade I can't be too disappointed with. I wish I had kept my stop loss above this, because it was above this level here, but I didn't want it again, because I'd taken enough losses. Obviously, I was now being very defensive. Moved the stop loss. Unfortunately, I ended up getting stopped out at break even. Ultimately, woulda, shoulda, coulda. If I had left my stop, it would have worked, obviously. But it is what it is. I'm not. That's not a horrible trade. But at this point, like I said, I was my day was already getting. I was just death by 1,000 cuts. I was green to start off the day, and now I was just I was hemorrhaging. I was hemorrhaging money on the trades, and it just really wasn't working out. So here's Apple. I think this was my 6th trade of the day. Apple. This was a trend continuation play. You can see this level here. I went short here, so I can't get too upset about this particular trade. I went short here. Unfortunately, it came back and stopped me out. And, at that point, I didn't know, that it was just, look at this. It literally traded this range, very tight range all day. So this trade, I'm not disappointed with, but honestly, this one, what am I doing here? I got stopped out at break even, because clearly I was, I was not comfortable with this trade. Because I should have let it at least come down to here before I moved to break even. And this trade here, what am I doing here? I tell you what I'm doing. I'm not trading well. I'm clearly just, swinging for the fences with absolutely, at least with these trades here, no sound trade book or reasoning behind these trades. I'm, so the other thing I mentioned in the intro was that I was trying to create a market where there wasn't one, and just that's just not a good thing to do, because the market's not going to bend at your will. You need to trade the market that you're given, and at least with Apple, there was no market here. There was no trade here. So anyways, that obviously was a little frustrating. And I don't know if you caught it there, but there was one more trade here on Apple at the very end. Again, no rhyme or reason to that. No reason to be in that trade, but it is what it is. And then I had taken some trades on Lucid. So the market was really, range bound and very low volume for most of the day. So I looked at Lucid because this one was trading at over 150% RVOL, and you can see it was trending up all day, and I was looking for a potential reversal. It ended up, maybe it's a little bit more apparent on the 1 minute chart here, at least the consolidation I'm going to show you. Oh, sorry. 1 minute chart. Okay, so let's move over here a bit to where I did trade it. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so we back up here a bit. So you can see that Lucid seemed to be getting tired around this area here. So I did take a trade here. When it peaked here and it came right back down, it set this level right around here. I went short here. It did come back, but it obviously bounced off the 50 EMA or SMA, stopped me out here, and then so I have no problems with that trade. This trade, again, I haven't had a clear confirmation the break of this particular range here, even though it was consolidating here, regardless of whether or not I felt it was it was tired for the day, and unfortunately I got stopped out. I tried it again and got stopped out. These two trades, again, unnecessary, and just adds to the red on the day. I did finally get. Let's get to the 5 minute. Oh no, let's stay on the 1 minute here. I did finally catch a trade on here. I kept watching it, so obviously it pushed up here, but then you can see this huge red candle, this huge wick. It was definitely starting to get some volatility, so I felt that there was, the tape was starting to move now, and it was starting to move quite a bit. And although you can't really see here, volume was increasing slightly here. It pushed up again through this volatility, and it wicked at the top here. And I felt, okay, you know what? It seemed to be making a bit of a range here, and through this upside down hammer. And I saw that there was not much inventory left above here, so I felt there was a good chance it was going to have a bit of a pullback into the close. So I went short. Let me just clear all these out for you. I went short here at the break of this level, and it came down here. Unfortunately, it ran out of time, I guess, as it went into the close, and this ended up being, I think, a 1.5R, 1.6R, no, 1.5 actually. 1.4, 1.5R trade, just because it was going into the close. But at least it was a win, and this one, this trade makes more sense than the three prior to it. So, anyways, that was my day of solid trading at the to start and end the day, and just a bunch of silly trading in the middle. So what I haven't been showing you, I realized lately, here's the here is the P&L for the day. Like you can see, Mara was clearly my nemesis today. Horrible. And I finished with a minus, minus 1.5R for the day, and to finish the week. Red week, not huge in the red, but because I did have a couple of solid green days in there, but still some inconsistent trading. Definitely gotta work on that. So it is what it is. Hopefully, again, you enjoyed that recap. If you're watching this for the first time, I haven't asked for this for a bit, but if you like the video, give it a like. But if you're watching first time and you like it, subscribe to the channel. I would like to grow the channel and hit a few more viewers out there. And but that's it. So long weekend, no trading on Monday. So I hope everybody has an awesome long weekend. I know I'm going to definitely take some time this weekend to just relax, recharge, and short week next week. But I think I would like to have a really, really strong week next week, and I'm looking forward to that. So with that said, this is AJ on Day Trader Boomer Bust. Thanks so much for tuning in. Until the next recap, I will, I'm signing out. Cheers.